Hey, Unmatched family, I want to welcome you guys back to the second week of the Unmatched Performance blog. As you can see, I'm all blacked out today. I got my Willie May Huff hat on. Got my Huff shorts on today. We got an in-conference game, and it's a pretty important game, so I want to say good luck to my Huskies first thing. Also, great job to the Carolina Hitmen over the weekend. Had a big tournament over at Hornets Nest, and we're 3 outs away from getting to the championship. You guys really played your butt off, and I was extremely proud of you guys. But other than that, I want to talk to you guys about one crucial point in the swing today, to getting it started, doing things the right way, and hopefully you can take this tip with you, implement it in your practice, tell your guys about it, tell your players, tell your coach, tell anybody that you know that's playing a game of baseball. Probably the most important thing to getting your swing started. So enjoy today. If you got any questions, leave them after the video. All right, so what I'm going to be explaining to you guys is probably the most important component of a baseball swing. First, look at the game of baseball in itself. Almost everything you do involves rotation, whether it be stealing a base, a pitcher throwing a baseball, anytime throwing a baseball on a baseball field, or hitting, more specifically, what we're going to be talking about today. Rotation has to happen. The power, everything comes from rotation. Imagine the game being played if you couldn't rotate. They'd probably move the fences in. The pitchers would probably be much closer. Probably wouldn't be a very exciting game at all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you exactly what I show my athletes, what I tell them, and how I get them to understand that the rotation is very critical in us trying to get accomplished what we're trying to do. All right, so my lefties, I always line them up in the lefties batter's box. My righties, I always put in the righties batter's box, and I tell them to imagine the pitcher going out towards center field. And what I ask them to do, because obviously that rotation involves the hips, it involves torque, that core, and going down, because the feet have to be connected to the ground for us to rotate. What I do, I line them up, I make sure the feet are nice and straight, I lock their legs out, and I let them know we're trying to send the ball back where the ball came from. So what I want them to do is try to open their hips up to the pitcher without moving their back foot. And typically what happens is this right here. And then I go about asking the question, does that seem hard to you? Is that difficult than normal, more difficult than normal? And typically the answer is yes. So then I ask them to, and while they're rotating their hips, turn the back foot. And usually what you'll see is, boom. And then my question is, well, which of those is easier? And the answer is always the one where you get the back foot turned. I couldn't imagine somebody trying to hit without turning their back foot. The rotation wouldn't happen. The power isn't going to be there. So that foot has to move. So that's why that's the most important component in the swing itself. And we talked a lot about that power and how fast you rotate. We talk about bat speed and guys having quick hands, but quite frankly, really that bat speed is coming from how fast can they get their hips? How fast can they get their hips through the zone? All right? So it's safe to say the power is coming from the hips, but the only way for that power to be implemented is to get that key, that back foot turn. You hear people say squash the bug. Me, I just like to put it in a more logical form so guys can understand why people say squash the bug. All right, so with that being said, that right there is the most important component of the swing. Use it, abuse it, practice it, tell your friends about it, tell your coaches. Try to get as many people as you can to use that thing, and I guarantee you're going to see great results. This is Rafael, Unmatched Performance. Dream big, ball hard. See you guys next week.